Alright, we're looking for the... Oh my god. They got Wizard Freddy. Oh my god. They have the rest of them. Oh, I'm doing a review. What's up, YouTube? Ultimate Figure Collector here, and in today's video, we are going to be reviewing the toy animatronics from Jazwares. Please like and subscribe before we begin. Hey guys, I'm back. I know I took like a 2-week break, but I'm back now. So, last time I think we reviewed. We did Shadow Jackie and M2 before this. Go watch the video. I'll link it in the description. But I've had Toy Freddy for a while, and I had been searching for the others for like. Actually, I got this guy on, what was it? It was August 5th is when I got this guy. August 5th. And I just found these 3 yesterday at my local Walmart. So, yeah. Finally, I have all of them, and I have the Endo series too, so I'll do a review on that sometime soon. So, yeah, expect a lot of good content involving merch reviews. I know I don't do merch reviews often. I mean, I used to, but I mostly stick to public showcases now. But today we are going to be doing a merch review. So yeah, let's just get right into it. I'm going to talk about only one of the packages and just point out the differences between all the different ones because they're basically all the same minus a few renders and stuff. So we are going to look at Toy Freddy's package now. Okay, here we have Toy Freddy's box, and already this is a huge like nostalgia trip. I know I wasn't very old when I got into FNAF, so I remember for my birthday, I got the original 2016 Foxy figure, and it reminds me of that so much. So I'm very glad with the packaging they went with. And they did original Freddy, which I'm very appreciative because Funko did Withered Freddy and then never made any Withered Freddy merch, so yeah, that just shows what type of a company. What am I saying? That just shows what type of a company Funko is. They use characters on their merch and they never make those characters. It makes no sense. I still like their figures a lot. We'll get into some comparisons between these and them later. But yeah, you got Toy Freddy action figure. This is like a camera feed, I guess. You got the 93% usage. You got the cam 4, and then you got jump scare action, glowing eyes. Finance Freddy's at the top. Collect them all, get them before they get you. That's a pretty cool line, actually. You guys have seen these packages, I'm sure. So I'm just gonna crack all these open, and yeah. Okay, here we have the toy animatronics out of their boxes, and already these guys look amazing. Mangle came in pieces. I was surprised about that. I thought it was going to be put together, but yeah, put it together based off of the game and what the box told me to do. So yeah, the joints are tight, but it wasn't really that hard. I mean, it destroyed my fingers though. So yes. Anyway, we are going to go in order: Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and then Mangle. Save the best for last. Dessert for last. Anyway, let's just get right into reviewing Toy Freddy. Okay, here we have Toy Freddy standing very short. I think he's like 4 inches tall. I mean, no shame to him, but my hand's bigger than him. I definitely think that it was a good idea to stick with like the same size scale that Funko has, at least with these ones. It just makes the line look more cohesive with the previous line from the other company that we just had. So yeah, enough with me blabbering. We're gonna talk about paint first. Anyway, the paint on Toy Freddy is like very shiny. Like you can see my hand in the reflection in my ring light that I have over here. Hold on. No. Okay, there. Alright. His paint all around is pretty solid. At least on my copy, the eyes are good. And the cheeks and all the paint and stuff, it's all good. The face is very detailed. You can see all like the little freckles, and the teeth are pretty good. No bleed. There's like no bleeding there. And same with the ears. Come on, focus. And his eyes. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Their eyes glow in the dark. I'll show you guys that later. Put them back here. Yeah. That's really it for paint. I got a good copy. I've seen some people get some pretty bad copies where their eyes are just like all wonky and crazy. So I'm very thankful that I found a good copy. So yeah, let's move on to articulation. Okay, for articulation, I mean, this is pretty basic. Not touching any new grounds or anything, but it's pretty good. He's got like movement at the arms, can go all the way around, obviously. He has hinges here, so this can go up and down. He's got rotation here at the elbow, same bend backwards for some reason, and a bend forward. That's pretty good. He's got hinges here in his hand, and then he's got rotation in his hand. Pretty good there. No head movement because of the feature that he has. I'll show you guys that later. No waist movement. It looks like he had waist movement because it's like separated. You can like see through it, but he doesn't. For some reason, he has drop down hips. Very welcomed because you can make him sit very well without having to worry about it looking goofy, because if you try to do that with the hips in, he can't really pull that off as well. He kind of looks like he's leaning back there. Anyway, it's in a ball joint, so you can take it off if you want to. I'm not going to do that though. There's rotate, since it's a ball joint, you can swivel. Hinge here at the knee. Goes pretty far back. I mean, you're not going to need super dynamic poses with these guys. You got swivel here, and then at the ankle you got back about that far. Actually, yeah, no, that's as far as it can go. Back about that far, and forward about that far. So you can definitely get him doing the Michael Jackson lean. You can definitely get him doing the lean. But yeah, his articulation pretty standard for like a figure. I mean, I don't know why they included the drop down hips, so it's kind of interesting. I'd rather have like a waist swivel than drop down hips, but drop down, I'm not complaining actually. Drop down hips are nice, so yeah. Maybe he'll sit in the movie, we'll see. Got Kellen Goff here, man. Crazy. Those reveals were crazy, man. That was like 2 days ago now. Yeah, let's just move on to comparisons. Before comparisons, we gotta do the jump scare feature. I don't know why I didn't think of that. So, you gotta kind of get his hands posed up, and then there's a button on his back, and you kind of just rah, 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 rah. Yeah. Alright. Anyway, let's move on to comparisons. First up, we have a Funko figure, and as you can see, what I was talking about earlier, they scale pretty well. I think Chica's a little short, though. I mean, this isn't accurate, obviously, but they look nice together, I guess. So, yeah, moving on. Here he is next to my Freddy plush from Jazwares. Go watch that review. I'll link it in the description. Finally, here he is next to Toy Bonnie, and yeah, he is very small. Okay, here we have Toy Bonnie. I think this is personally my favorite out of the set. It's in between Toy Bonnie and Mangle. I don't know why. I just think that he has like the best articulation and all that. Actually, no, Mangle has the best articulation. He has the best jump scare feature though, and I just like his paint job. Blue looks cool on there. Anyway, I got some pretty good paint job. I got a good paint job. The eyes are whacked out, but I think it's like that on every single copy. And the new 4-pack that they just released doesn't have the weird eyes, but yeah. I think he still looks good. I got like the eyebrows and the teeth are all good. No bleed over. The only issue I have seen is my freckles are a little messy. Hold on, we'll focus. The freckles on mine are a little messy. But not, you can barely tell. So yeah, I got a pretty good copy. Anyway, moving on to, oh my gosh, focus. What's happening? Moving, oh my god. Moving on to articulation. Once again, no head movement because of the jump scare action. I'll get into that in a minute. Like Freddy, the arm can go, mine's a little tight. The arm can go all the way around though. A little tight, but it's okay. He's got a swivel here at the elbow, and then he's got a bend that can go that far forward and that far back. I think it's like 90 almost, maybe a little less than 90. His hand is a lot smaller than Toy Freddy. For some reason, Toy Freddy has like gigantic hands. But swivel, and then it can hinge up and down. Not as much as Toy Freddy's, but it can definitely hinge up and down. So yeah. For some reason, he also has drop-down hips. Definitely not as good as Toy Freddy's drop-down hips. Like that's like barely noticeable. And he can, I mean, I guess he can kind of sit, but not as good as Toy Freddy can. So yeah. Anyway, okay, sorry about that. The leg can move side to side here. No, like, I don't think they have hip swivels. They might, I just don't really know how to test that because the way it is, no, they don't have hip swivels, okay. Here, he's got a bend that far back, pretty good, but, yeah. And then go forward. I don't know why you'd want it to go forward that far, but, it definitely does do that. And then he, leans forward like so. Not as good as Toy Freddy's, but still pretty good. And then there's also backward, not good. Yeah, his articulation's pretty mid. It's not bad, it's not good either, though. I mean, it's good. It's just like, I mean, you're not gonna want a whole lot of crazy posing from a Toy Bonnie figure. Anyway, here's his jump scare action. He probably has the best jump scare action out of all of them. Maybe Mangle has it better, but, yeah. So, based on what I've seen, the QC issues on these are very uncommon, but when they do occur, they are bad. Like, I've seen videos where their figures' joints just completely break off. Thankfully, none of my figures have that issue. When I first got Toy Freddy, though, his joints were all stuck, but I just put, so if you have, like, stuck joints, you just heat them up with a blow dryer, and that should heat them up and then move them a bunch, and they should be good. So yeah, now we are going to move on to comparisons. Okay, here we have Matt Pat and Kellen Goth, Matt Pat and Ruined Chica, Matt Pat and my Jazwares Freddy plush, and finally Matt Pat next to Matt Pat. Okay, here we have I don't know what is going on out there? Okay, as I was saying before that interruption, here we have Toy Chica. Definitely the worst, but that's not saying much because they're all really good figures and she still looks phenomenal. I think that the eyes are a little weird. I don't know. I think that the eyes could have definitely benefited from like more 3D elements or like a black ring around the eyes. And then same with the nostrils. The nostrils should have some like little, if it will focus, some like black dots in there. I don't know why it's not focusing. Focus. Okay, it's not focusing. Whatever. The Let's Party. Oh my god. Okay, there. The Let's Party bib looks good. It has all the proper printing. I don't think that the black looks very good though, like the black layering behind it. If you can see, if it will zoom in, you can see like the black layering there. I don't think that looks very good. So, I mean, it doesn't look bad, just isn't the best. Anyway, my copy is pretty good. I've seen some pretty bad copies where like the arms break off or something. The only issue I have with this figure is this little hairpiece is a little loose, and then I think my jump scare action is a little messed up. I'll get into that later though. So let's just move on to articulation. The articulation on this figure is pretty good overall. It's got it can rotate all the way around like all the others. It has a little bit of an issue with it though, because I don't know why. It's on like a weird ratchet system. I don't really like it that much, but it's not that bad. It goes up that far, down that far. I don't think it'll go down any further. Bend, a little less than 90, and then same with backwards bend. Swivel here, of course, swivel. Then there's a hinge here, goes that far forward. That's pretty far actually, and that far back, and then swivel once again. No head movement because of the jump scare action. No waist movement on any of these except Mangle, but we'll get into that. I feel like they could have definitely benefited from a waist swivel. Raise the price like $1 or $2 for all I care. Just give me a waist swivel, man. It's like so awkward not having them have any swivel except in their legs. She has drop down hips. Definitely better than Toy Bonnie's, but still not as good as Toy Freddy's. I mean, she can do the sit test, and you can see it's not bad. It's not the best either though. So yeah. Once again, swivel here at the thing, or at the, I don't know why I can't talk. There's a swivel at the hips because there's a ball joint there and it can just move all around. I forgot to mention this on the others, but they can kick forward and back pretty far. I don't know why I didn't mention that. This can go all the way around too. I think I already said that though. There's a swivel here at the ankle, or not the ankle, oh my god, the knee, and then it bends. This one definitely doesn't bend very far. Oh my god. I think my grammar needs like a software update or something, because I do not know why I cannot talk today. Oh my god. I'm sorry, guys. Here, the ankle, probably the best ankle articulation besides Toy Freddy. It has some pivot for some reason. I don't know why you need pivot, but the only one that has pivot, go forward, good. Oh my god, can go forward and back, and swivels. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. The jump scare action is pretty. I think this is definitely the worst one when it comes in terms of jump scare action. I think my jump scare action is a little broken actually. It doesn't really go very far, and then sometimes mine like clicks in and then it. So I can do it. Okay, it's not doing it right now, but usually. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes it like clicks inward. Like this little thing goes, that's as far as that goes in, but sometimes it'll click and go all the way in. It's weird, but you can definitely see the jaw barely moves. It's not bad. It's just definitely not as good as all the others. And I think that going back to paint, I think that the back of the mouth, you can't really see it because of my light. The back of the mouth could have some black paint in there. I think that would make it look more immersive. But these are $10 figures. What are you gonna do? Anyway, let's move on to comparisons. Here we have Megan Fox next to Matt Pat and Kellen Goff, and they look pretty good together. Toy Chica is the shortest out of all of them. I think that's accurate. I don't really know though. I'll have to look at like the photo when they're all on the stage. But yeah, they look pretty good. Moving on. Here we have homeless garbage Chica and Toy Chica, or Megan Fox, or whatever you want to call her. I'm so surprised about that Megan Fox thing. I mean, that just shows how much money they got from the first movie if they have enough money to hire big named actors like that. Apparently her kids are big fans of Five Nights at Freddy's, so I guess that kind of contributes to that. But yeah, that just shows how successful the first movie was. Anyway, enough of me blabbering. Moving on. Here we have Jazwares Freddy plush. I forgot to mention that it was a plush. It's a plush, guys. Moving on. Okay, here we have Toy Chica and my Toy Bonnie that severely needs an update. His eyes are so bad. I mean, they look good for the time, but I just recently updated Toy Chica's eyes in a stream. Or not these ones, the palette, and it looks so much better. So I'm probably gonna do that soon. I might do a stream where I'm just gonna update all of the toy animatronics because my Toy Freddy, his whole body is basically wrong. So yeah, maybe. Just look forward to that, maybe. I don't know, probably not. Anyway, moving on to the final figure, Mangle. Here we have Mangle, and she looks absolutely amazing for the price point. This thing was $10. This looks like a $15, $20 figure, man. They did a really good job. My only complaint is it's missing a leg, but I think they went off the Help Wanted model, so I can't really complain. It's accurate to the Help Wanted model, so yeah. The articulation on Mangle is pretty good. I mean, some of the joints look like they move, like this whole arm doesn't move at all. It's a stiff piece except here. But I should probably talk about paint first. The paint's pretty basic. I mean, it could have definitely looked better with like a dark wash or something, but this thing's $10, so what are you gonna do? They probably had to cram the budget into these two heads and then a bunch of endoskeleton bits. Like, this thing's huge compared to the other ones. Mangle's head looks perfect, basically. There's no complaints there besides the gummy wires. I really don't like those gummy wires. And then the endo head looks good too. I'm surprised they got the jump scare action in here somehow. But we'll get into that in a second. Oh my gosh, my camera. Sorry about that. One more thing about paint I forgot to mention. There is one small inaccuracy. It's not gonna bother me. I just thought it's funny. They forgot to include her, for some reason her endoskeleton has like toenail paint like the foot does. It doesn't make sense, but it's in the game. You can look in like the vent render when she's in the vent and you can see it. Yeah, the paint on this one is pretty good. I think I got a pretty good copy. Mine doesn't really have many errors. I think the only error mine has is like this little speckle. Kind of see it beneath the eye of the endo, but I don't really care that much. It looks good. That's like the tiniest little nitpick I could ever think of. Anyway, moving on to the insane articulation. To start, everything here that moves is on a ball joint or a swivel. The only swivel, actually, I'll just get this out of the way, is the waist, and this whole thing can like swivel, and then it can come apart too. Oh, there goes my light. It can come apart too. Everything on this figure comes apart. Some of the joints don't. Everywhere it moves, though, it's gonna come apart. The head is on like a weird swivel, so it kind of like rotate it. Probably rotates all the way. No up or down. I mean, you can rotate it here, and it goes up or down. And then this is a ball joint on the hand here. Ball joint on this head. It's tight though. Be careful. These joints are real. Oh my gosh, my camera is just falling over. The joints are all ball joints on here. There's ball joints here, here. Ball joint there. Ball joint in the hand. Ball joint here, ball joint here, ball joint here, ball joint here, ball joint here. I'm not gonna count out all of the ball joints, but you can definitely get this. I'm not gonna get into that debate actually. This Mangle into a lot of poses. Oh my gosh, her head fell off. That's my one complaint with this figure is it has the same issue as the Funko figures, is it kind of just falls apart all the time. But this one's definitely not as bad because the joints are very tight. My fingers definitely hurt from assembling this out of the box. It's very tight. You might want to take a hair dryer to this before you put it together. But yeah, let's just move on to the play feature of this one, and then the jump scare action. Okay, to start, we're just gonna go over the jump scare action. For some reason, there is a jump scare action on the endo head. It's not very good, but I mean, I'm kind of glad that they included it. So yeah, first off with Mangle's head, you got the little button on the back of her head. Her jaw opens. It's pretty wide. There's no endoskeleton. For some reason, she has a tongue. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, Toy Bonnie also has a tongue. Oh my god. You can see Toy Bonnie also has a tongue for some reason. I mean, I guess maybe they have tongues in the movie. I don't know. I don't even think these are based off of the movie, though. So, yeah, there should be a little endo jaw in the back there, but I'm not complaining. Once again, like I said, these are $10 figures. What are you gonna do? Anyway, this little endo jaw also has, like, a jump scare action. This one's not as good as the main one, but I'm still surprised that they got that in there. You just press that little button. And, yeah. Got both jump scare actions. Okay, now getting into the play feature of this thing. You can take it apart and put it back together in, like, any way, shape, or form that you want to. Hold on, I might do a little time lapse of me putting it in a random pose. So yeah. Okay, I just whipped up some random Mangle contraption thingy. You can definitely see this thing has a lot of playability. Basically everything is a ball joint on here. You can really go with endless combinations. The torso is upside down for me, and I just kept the hand where it is because I didn't really feel like taking it off. Yeah. You can definitely do whatever you want with this figure, really. I mean, you could basically throw it at a wall, and... What? That doesn't make any sense. Why would I throw it at a wall? Let's see here. Oh, wow. Okay, nothing fell off. Maybe it's not as bad as a Funko figure. I'm not saying it's as bad as a Funko figure. Did it do that to my... What did that? What made that scuff? Someone go back and watch it and comment it down below whatever made that scuff, because I don't know what made that scuff. I'll probably just watch back the footage. I'm gonna change her back and then we can get into comparisons. Okay, after further inspection, it was Mangle's nose. There was a little scuff mark on her nose. I just fixed it with some paint marker. You can't tell anymore. It looks fine. Yeah, don't throw your figures at walls, guys. Yeah, now we are going to get into comparisons, so let's do that. Okay, here we have Mangle and the other toy animatronics. Mangle towers over them. I mean, not by a lot, but kind of. I'm sure if I straightened out the legs and gave her a proper stance, she'd be way taller than all of them. So yeah. Here she is next to ruined Chica, the Freddy plushie. And finally, I just brought in my Mangle. Yeah, this Mangle is a lot bigger than that small Mangle. Also, my light fell over. Anyway, moving on to final thoughts. Nom nom nom. Overall, all of these figures were pretty amazing, and for $10 each, I don't really know what else you could ask for. I know there's a few errors here and there, and some mistakes here and there, but who really cares? They're awesome figures. I'm so excited that Jazwares has the license now, and they're not making Christmas recolors of all things. So yeah, if you guys can find these, I totally recommend them. And if you can find the 4-pack, even better, because Toy Bonnie's eyes are centered and not looking in two different directions. But yes, anyway, that's really all I have to say about these toy animatronics, so now we're just going to move into talking about my channel and why I haven't posted in 2 weeks. I had been on a little bit of a hiatus just because I haven't really been crafting a lot lately. I don't really have anything new to show you. I mean, I have Bonnie and Freddy, but that's really about it. I'll probably film a showcase later today. So yeah, I have at least 2 other videos besides this one coming soon, and I am working on something in the background. I'm not gonna, well, I guess I can tell you. It's a series. It's very, very early in development, so don't expect anything anytime soon. I probably won't even get to filming until like Christmas time. I really just haven't had the time to film a lot of videos lately, but since I have a 3-day weekend, I thought I might as well film some videos, and since I found these guys, it makes it even better. Anyway, that's all I really have to say. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day or night, depending on where you are. Expect some new videos soon. Keep being creative, and keep collecting. Bye, guys.